All right, ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, we are back for some more One Piece. Last time we watched episode 976, and today we'll be watching episode 977. Now, in the last video, at the end of the last video, then the last episode, we finally returned to the present day, but not without a sort of jump through the timeline as to what went down between the 20 years that Toki had sent the retainers as well as her son Momonosuke throughout time, and how those that had to endure those 20 years basically had to navigate their way through a Wano controlled by absolute monsters. And it was a very, very difficult process for a lot of them to try and accept the manner in which they had lost, because it was a defeat regardless of how you look at it. They managed to make some choices that could help them in the future, hopefully, but as of right now, this fight in the present day, they lost. They lost Odin, their primary guiding star, their strongest fighter, essentially, in the most disrespectful way possible. Let's not get that wrong. He definitely got slighted. But regardless, they lost him. Lost Toki. So basically, the two figureheads for what would have been the future of Wano are gone. And basically, everything that these retainers, this family surrounded by Odin, had fought to protect is gone. So with the resolve that has been shown through the retainers that had stayed back, including Denjiro, Ashura Doji, Kawamatsu, and Dogstorm and Cat Viper, we got to see the travesty that they had to, that they basically, the realization that they lost was definitely tough for them to take on. We see Kawamatsu trying his best to make sure Hiyori isn't, too affected by all this. But even as a kid, you're going to know, something ain't right. Where's mom at? Where's brother at? This is not a good look. We learned that Dogstorm and Cat Viper, although taken by some unknown force, still managed to make their way to Zou in order to continue leading their people in hopes that the other retainers would return. And on top of that, it seems as though Orochi, although losing, even at this point, or although winning rather at this point, he was already kind of unsure of what was gonna happen. He definitely was heated. I don't know. he was taking Toki's speech seriously for sure, because he did not know how exactly things were going to turn out. And she had stated, just give it 20 years, man. We're going to come back. Don't you worry. We're going to hit back as hard as you hit us right now, bro. You better not think you won, because trust that we definitely got goons at the ready. So Kinemon, Kanjuro, Okiku, Momonosuke got sent to the future. And I keep forgetting, because Shinobu technically got added to the retainers at the end there, so Shinobu of course also had to stay back. But we got to see how they were able to survive the 20 years. We saw that the stress and the basically just the torment that Denjiro was going through basically caused him to go into this metamorphosis, and he transformed into who we now know as Kiyoshiro, leader of the Yakuza, because it's been so long since I've seen that bit. I slipped my mind whose name that was, but so he's Kiyoshiro. He was basically able to supplant himself into Orochi's good graces as the leader of the Yakuza now, and basically with all that going down, Kawamatsu trying his best to take care of Hiyori, we know that Hiyori had left him so that he would stop starving himself in order to feed her. He gets arrested and fed poison fish for 20 years. So, I mean, there's that. But Hiyori winds up going to Denjiro, who decides to make a plan with her to make sure that in case anything ever happens, in case anybody ever finds out, because they have to make fake names and all that, you know, she was gonna go by Komurasaki, but also she carried that fake blood on her, so that's how they were able to. Because that's the one question I had. So as we were gearing forward, I was like, okay, maybe Kiyoshiro's in on it, but I don't know, maybe she had some type of plan. But both are kind of true. They're both really in on it from the start. So Kiyoshiro made sure that she carried a fake blood packet on her, and you know, if anything ever happened, Hiyori at that point, I mean, she wasn't gonna let she wasn't gonna let the little girl go out like that. So obviously she was like, even if it's gonna basically ruin my cover, I'm gonna go out protecting her. So that's real. That was real right there. That's for sure. But yeah, so on top of all that, of course, Orochi has good reason to be stressed and afraid of what might be coming now, especially with all the hubbub around this. Is why we know he's paranoid. Like he's like, it's way. It can't be no coincidence that all of this madness is going on in Wano, usually like quiet country, at the exact same time when she said before dying that you're gonna rue this day in 20 years. So he's like, no. There's we gotta be extra careful. Kaido doesn't care. Kaido, I don't think he of course the government isn't gonna interfere. They don't want to pull up on Wano. But I guess he just doesn't think that anyone's really gonna match up to him. Especially with the way Luffy was fighting. He was drunk, like, and he was able to take out Luffy. So I mean, now Luffy, you know, he has the Ryuo, so we'll see if he's able to do some damage. We've seen that Oden was able to put some marks on him with all that, so Luffy might got something in the bag. We'll see. But a little tidbit here: Orochi revealing that he is an imposter amongst the retainers serving under him, as he detailed the he somehow managed to outthink the retainers, and as Oden was rising up, he had supplanted somebody. We don't know who it is exactly yet. It's got to be between Kinemon and Kanjuro, because he gave this individual devil fruit, and this individual is still amongst the retainers, and they're the only two that have a devil fruit within the retainers. So it's either Kinemon and Kanjuro. He said, like, I'm guessing the theater thing is a little hint as to who it could be. So, you know, amongst Kinemon and Kanjuro, it seems more likely that Kanjuro is the one that grew up in the theater. Kanjuro was sort of found randomly. I think he was the most random one that they found next to Okiku. So because Raizo was already sort of like, he was a ninja and all that once they found him. So and Kanjuro was just like some rando that they had no idea what his history is like. And throughout the flashback, I mean, he served under them. He seems like a nice guy, but he's always, I don't know, between Kinemon and Kanjuro is the most, like, you know, sort of like, you know, I don't know, explain it. He's always like the odd one out almost. Everyone else seems super duper indebted and caring towards Oden, but him, he's like, he's there, but I don't know if it's gonna be anyone. I think it's gonna be Kanjuro. But it's just sad because we know how desperately Kinemon tried to save him. So there's like some type of like, there has to be something there between Kinemon and Kanjuro, because I don't think Kinemon would just randomly care about someone like that. I don't know, but I guess it's just the principle is I'm not gonna let one of my fellow retainers go out like that. I've got to save him from Dressrosa. But we went through the entire timeline, everything that had been happening since Punk Hazard, since we entered post time skip, bro. Since the start of post time skip, this has all been laid out. Everything has been going, not necessarily going as planned, but with some hiccups along the way. Luffy and them were able to help out the retainers and the people trying to liberate Wano and save them from this absolute travesty that is Orochi and Kaido's control. So with all of that set up and underway, it is about time we officially begin Act 3 of the Wano arc. We have the troops gathered back in the present day. Suffered a slight hiccup with the meeting of the retainers on at the port, but we'll have to see. Hopefully that gets repaired in some way. But yeah, that's enough talking. Let us get into the next episode here. If you guys would like to watch the full reaction, links are always in the description. It takes you over to the usual spot: Streamable, Google Drive, OneDrive. You choose the one you would like to watch this reaction over on. If you guys would like full reactions a day early, go over to the Discord. Free for everybody, a day early. You get to go over there, you can get to watch them before YouTube. If you guys would like reactions up to a week early, go over to the Patreon, link also in the description. But yeah, that does it. Let us get into it here. Episode 977. Let me skip the title over here. It's going a little bit far. Hold on. Okay, I think I can start it here. Still haven't gotten to the title. Actually, I'll start it here. I want to see this bit again. All right, so let's get into it here. Episode 977. Fire Festival at the Tokage Port. Head to Onigashima Island. Luffy, you are not using that sword, little bro. Let me tell you. We seen your sword play, dog. This ain't a good look. This ain't a good look at all. Y'all got hoed. Y'all have a spy within your ranks, and we know who it is. It's Kanjuro. Kanjuro, what have you been plotting back there? I'm still afraid. You know how Oda be like. It's just like he still could be plotting something back there. Like, imagine it's like Ashura Doji. Imagine it's Dogstorm, bro. Imagine it's Raizo. It could still really be anybody. Already abandoned even by heaven. Whatever happened to that guy? We fought so many of them, bro. And there's still so many left. That's so crazy, bro. He has to tame a sword. The ultimate speech. Bum 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 bum. They ain't going down without a fight, little bro. Oh, they're gonna try a targeted stealthy strike. I mean, that was the plan before, but we know what happened. And they still don't know they got a spy. Whatever happened to the Sunny? I just realized they threw bombs on that shit. Like, Who amongst us knew about the plan? Let's whittle it down real quick. Let's play a little bit of Among Us. Who knew? What do you mean by that? What do you mean I was? I mean, I am. Who is the spy? There it is. Among Us. He said it. Yeah, he's. I don't want to distrust one of you right now. How do you know it's not me though? That's gonna be suspicious, Kinemon. Who leaked the plans? Who's the leaker? They need the truth fruit. The liar pants on fire fruit, bro. They need something. I can't trust y'all. Bro, whoever this spy is, man. Damn, these crocodile tears from one of y'all. Who could it be? He's trying to give an excuse, but it's like we know that this spy was like basically prepped by Orochi for a while. Like, it wasn't during the retainership, it was prior to that, so they didn't even know y'all before they decided to spy. I mean, what if it's Kiku? Like, I mean, I tried to absolve her, but still, it He just revealed himself like that, bro. Why? it's like, all right, well, shit. I mean, we already putting it out like that, man. You're on your way to your death. Might as well reveal myself. Okay, so he's just gonna reveal it. All right, so it was Kanjuro. I played a part like a character in a play. None of y'all was real to me. Oh my god, Kanjuro, you sick. Oh my lord. Damn, now I gotta go all the way back to Dressrosa and just think about everything this guy's ever said and know that it was all BS. Kanjuro is the dirty little snake slithering under your robes. Push him off, he's a devil fruit user. Persecuted since I was a child, my parents were... It's the same thing as Orochi, man. They created their own monster with all this, so it's like... What's your real name? Let us know. Kurozumi! Kurozumi! You know who that is. You know what that family is. Kurozumi, the people that y'all outcasted. Dang, man. Yasui gave his life and Kanjuro put it in the dirt. That is so garbage, truly. Yasui and Odin's death put to shame by you. He let them know. That's why he was so certain. Oh my god. The Sunny. How much damage have you caused, bro? Damn, you got him shook right now. How dare you? How dare you, bro? After everything we've been through. Well, I guess that's hard to say because of the way he's explaining it. He almost separated that lifestyle, that personality that he had, that he was with them, from his actual one, so he doesn't even care. Like, I was a different person with y'all. Wow. Yeah, Kinemon, you gotta put Kanjuro in the dirt. I'm gonna tell you that right now. At least they didn't have to go too long suspecting who's who. Now once they hopefully get out of this, they can fully fight without any paranoia that someone within them is a spy. But at this point, it's like, it's going to be a tough fight regardless. The countermeasures are in place. Kaido's forces. We must fight back. Dang, y'all are in this little rickety boat in the middle of this storm. No, it was a fake one. He was a painting or whatever. He killed the drawing. He says, psych, that wasn't me. Drawing clone jutsu. He had that art clone on him. The play is over. That's all it was to him. All these years. Oh, he was there with them! Shinobu! Of course you use snakes. You dirty snake. Wow, he played them like a fiddle. That's why he revealed himself anyway, while on the boat. Y'all done anyway. He was never there with you, bro. He planned to reveal himself from the jump. That's a good drawing. That was the most realistic drawings ever made. It was talking and everything. Maybe he was drawing crappy on purpose, bro, so they could never suspect it. Once he makes a good drawing, like... Or maybe it's like if he spends time on a drawing, like... Usually the drawings he's been doing have been super quick, and they've been ugly, but it's like... He could actually make it detailed if he wanted to. Ashura Doji! This is a very, very difficult... difficult spot to fight in. Y'all are tiny-ass boat. Amongst all these... Yeah, it's done. The ship's breaking. Y'all got a devil fruit user with you, like... Momo, there's gotta be someone with us here. We need backup. We need assistance. We need help. Who's here? There it is. Who's shooting? We got shooters. We got shooters. Yeah. Yeah. There's the Sunny. Oh man, this ship really did get hit. It had to get repaired. Yeah, it did, bro. Look, the sail and everything was ripped up. Whoever repaired it put in some quick work. Was it Frankie? Not this one. You underestimated the Sunny's strength. Who's there? Who's in the water? Another ship. Oh, a submarine. My boy Law, yes sir. My boy Law was ready. Hey man, they had very few options, alright? Look at my boy's new drip. Hold on. Oh wait, Drake's with them too? I said Drake Kid. I always get their names mixed up. My boy Kid is here too. Yeah, I mean he's just a loose cannon third party. Not really on our side, but also wants to go against them, right? The enemy of my enemy, bro. Let's do it. Oh yeah, we was chilling. We just took a little bit long, you know. Google Maps was bugging out here, so it's like we couldn't get here quick enough. Jaggy. What does that mean? Oh my god. The worst generation finally back together, all three of them. The last time they were with each other was Sabaody, bro. Oh my god. These absolute tyrants. Hey, someone's got to get over there and save him. We got somebody quick with it. Yeah, y'all done screwed up. It's over. Pirates of the worst generation. Are you asking that actually? We're enemies. He's so cool. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Get at them. The sea is for pirates to fight on. Y'all are crazy. Who did you think you were? He said, this is not your hood. This is not your block. What do you think you're doing, bro? Y'all are not allowed on the sea. This is our territory. You better get up out of here. Y'all ain't it, bro. Oh, man. I mean, that's the One Piece standard, bro. They served up the One Piece standard right here. Put these characters in absolute dismay and terror and just save them. The most badass shot that you could give us, bro. The top tree. The top tree of the worst generation. Standing here ready for the fight. This is our ocean. Y'all better back up. I don't care if it's all stormy out here. Pull up. Now, yeah, it makes sense that it's it makes sense that it's Kandra. I mean, of all of them to be a spy, I'm okay with Kandra. I'm okay with Kandra, but I was always indifferent with Kandra anyway. Like, he was never that crazy to me, but he was also never like, you know, that bad either. He was just like, he's there. It was mostly the amount that Kinemon cared for him that made me like, okay, so he's cool. But even with the whole backstory, they did even less with him. So like, I guess I don't know if Oda planned for him to be the spy for a while now, or it was just kind of like he made these characters. And he's like, which one of them should be a spy? He went with Kandro, but because I don't even know how far back like Oda plans this stuff as far as like, did he develop the entire, you know, Wano Odin storyline since the like he wanted that to be the thing, like the drawing point of post time skip, so he set up everything to center around that. I mean, I guess that can make sense then if that's the case, because this definitely feels like the arc of post time skip, kind of like Marineford was kind of like the arc of pre time skip. This whole thing with Wano is feeling like the arc of post time skip thus far. So it would make sense that he wanted everything to center around Wano, and he's been setting up all this stuff, and he's been like placing all these little hints and tidbits and, you know, character motivations throughout. So Kanjuro being the spy, I guess it could have been set up since then. I do kind of want to like, there's just so much between Kanjuro's introduction and now that like just to look back at everything he's ever done and just see if there's like any little hints like, oh wait, that was kind of suspicious, what you talking about, bro? Oh, you might have told him that then, bro. Oh my god, bro. So like it could go either way, or I don't know. But regardless, Kanjuro is a dirtbag. Kinemon is going to put him down in the dirt, and the 3 of the worst gen are here to save the day. But yeah, this was a great episode, great reveal. It looks like we are starting back here. One Piece is in full gear, ready to go into Onigashima and take down Kaido and Orochi. But yeah, that does it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I hope to see you all in the next one.